Right, EUR. What am I doing here? EUR. What does he want? EUR. EUR NZW. EUR NZW. Okay. It's EUR AV. So EUR NZW. Let's clean up the charts entirely and start afresh. So last week we came up and we're coming back down. So we're moving into last week's longs. Broken that trend. We held up high up until Friday, and we actually tried to break out on Thursday. So Thursday we sort of cracked those lows, which were here, down there. So that now becomes resistance. We broke those on end of Thursday. and then we moved back up in. So we moved back up into the range. So we had that bearish impulse, correction, and then a blow off down to, let's say, really that was the base here. So that becomes resistance. And we move back up inside. Excuse me. And we found resistance in here. Probably marries up with those lows over there. So that's resistance. Okay. So we have resistance over here. Okay, we continue, and on Friday we can continue lower. Ended the day low, testing over here as support, which probably now acts as resistance again. So it broke that support. So it would have been green at that point. We broke it, we've come back up, and it's acting as resistance. So those are the key levels, the key areas, I should say. So we have there. Mark it on the chart. We've got that marked up on the chart. We can box it off as well. Resistance area. We have over here resistance. And over here. Okay, so that's your resistance if we're going to move back up. Support, we've got these equal lows that are being formed at the start of the week. Just ahead of those lows. Now those lows could be quite important. They marry up with this over here. So we'll mark that off as a potentially important support area, really. And we've got last week's lows down here, last week's highs, last month's lows down here. So you'd expect if we can break this support structure, it could be a fast move in to test last week's lows. So break supports, we're currently coming up, maybe to come down to test last week's lows, dragging breakout traders, maybe for the move up, and then maybe targeting last month's lows, because we've got all of this money still long in the money. So draw our Went sideways, didn't work out that. So sort of we're on the cusp of a breakout to the downside. Chart for you. So that's the trend line. It's sort of trying to penetrate at the moment. So on the backside of that trend, it's the bearish bias is there to see. It's whether we can break this support, potentially moving back up to come down.